It's frequently claimed that we only utilize 10% of our brains, but this idea is not quite true. In fact, we possess the ability to use 100% of our brain's capacity. This false belief probably came from a misinterpretation of how the brain is structured. Early research suggested that a mere 10% of our brain is made up of neurons, and the rest was thought to be just supportive or connective tissue known as glial cells. As time went on, our comprehension of glial cells has grown. Instead of just providing support, these cells are acknowledged as key participants in how our neurons function, having the ability to suppress or stimulate neuron activity, form connections, and manage their functioning. In a way, glial cells act as modulators in a sentence, refining the complete image that neurons generate. Thus, it's not only about the neurons, glial cells have just as vital a part in molding our brain function. To truly grasp how neurons and glial cells work together, let's delve into their distinct functions in the brain. Neurons are usually seen as the stars of the brain, passing messages via electrical signals. These signals lay the foundation for our thoughts, actions, and the complex operations that characterize our cognition. Yet the upkeep of neurons and their efficiency, as well as the intricate orchestration of the neural networks, is in the skilled care of glial cells. At first, glial cells were just considered to be simple support for neurons, but they've shown themselves to be multifaceted actors in neuronal performance. There are different kinds of glial cells, each with its own specific function. Astrocytes, for instance, make sure that the chemical setting is right for neurons to send signals effectively, and are also involved in the formation of synapses, the critical links between neurons where information is exchanged. The cooperation of neurons and glial cells is clear in their everyday collaboration. Glial cells supply neurons with vital nutrients, dispose of waste, and regulate the extracellular space of the brain. Moreover, they perfect the connections between neurons as the brain develops and learns, using a method known as synaptic pruning. Neurons and glial cells together create a potent team, each contributing uniquely to keeping the brain healthy, adaptable, and operational. Grasping the serene cooperation between the brain's right and left hemispheres is key to unlocking our full cognitive potential. How these two halves interact influences our daily life far more than mere theory. Each hemisphere of the brain is tasked with different roles, and their teamwork leads to impressive feats. The left side is commonly linked with methodical thinking, logical analysis, and detail focus. Its forte lies in tasks requiring language skills, mathematical reasoning, and solving problems. Conversely, the right hemisphere tends to deal with holistic thought, creativity, emotional insight, and spatial understanding. While the roles of these hemispheres appear separate, the true splendor emerges when they function in unison. A practical method to experience this unification is by doing something as elementary as crossing your arms or legs, prompting both hemispheres to operate jointly in tranquility. Such cross-lateral activities stir the brain to use its full capability, merging the strengths of each hemisphere. By using both sides simultaneously, it's akin to tapping into an enhanced cognitive toolkit where disciplined logic and artistic creativity converge. This allows for a holistic strategy in tackling issues and assimilating new information where you can process data more capably and grasp multifaceted concepts while boosting cognitive agility. The true value of this insight is in recognizing the benefits of hemispheric synchronization and leveraging it deliberately to access the entire scope of your brain's capabilities. Around when most individuals are 7 or 8 years old, they begin to show brain dominance, a state in which one brain hemisphere temporarily assumes a leading role. This leads to a dynamic variation in how our brains operate throughout the day, resembling a waveform that oscillates between the left and right hemisphere dominance. During this ebb and flow, brain activity is ever-changing. There are moments when we're deeply engaged in left hemisphere dominant thinking, characterized by methodical reasoning, detailed analysis, and focus on particulars. At other times, we shift towards right hemisphere dominance, which emphasizes intuitive thought, emotional reflection, and inventiveness. This back and forth is a natural aspect of human cognition. Nonetheless, this swing between the two sides of the brain can present hurdles for achieving comprehensive thinking and balanced decision-making. Getting fixed within the worldview of one hemisphere can cause us to overlook the broader perspective that's reachable when both hemispheres function cohesively. It's critical to be aware of these shifts and aim for a state of hemispheric synchronization where both halves of the brain work together smoothly. By aligning our lives in such a way, we can lead a more integrated and efficient existence. Understanding brain synchronization isn't just an academic concept. It has practical consequences that can help enhance our daily experiences. Here, we'll examine some actionable methods and ways we can weave into our routines to activate our complete mind and enjoy the advantages of harmonized hemispheres. Mindful breathing and meditation offer a robust avenue for fostering brain synchronization. Such mindfulness activities can soothe the mind, reduce stress, and diminish anxiety. When we relax our brains, they become more open to hemispheric partnership. Commence by dedicating a few moments each day to concentrate on breathing. Draw breath deeply via the nostrils and exhale through the mouth. Through this simple practice, an atmosphere where whole brain engagement can be cultivated. In the prior text, cross-lateral movements such as crossing limbs were mentioned as enhancing hemispheric synchronization. Introduce these actions into your daily habits, even if it's as simple as crossing your legs while sitting or alternating which hand you use for routine tasks, such as brushing your teeth or stirring your drink. Such minor changes can significantly influence the promotion of whole brain activity. Engaging in creative pursuits is yet another potent strategy to align your brain hemispheres. Whether your preference lies in painting, playing an instrument, or writing, creative acts activate both analytical and emotional regions of your brain, prompting cooperation between the two hemispheres, which can lead to moments of enlightenment and inventiveness. Carve out time regularly for these pursuits, giving yourself the chance to fully delve into the breadth of your creativity. Brain training exercises, including various brain-boosting games, are fashioned to heighten cognitive functions and activate both brain halves. Solving puzzles, playing memory games, and tackling strategic games like chess or Sudoku urge your brain to exercise both critical and inventive thinking. Incorporating these practices into your daily life can culminate in a more harmonious, efficient, and gratifying existence. Whether you aim to manage stress better, heighten your cognitive skills, boost creativity, or improve emotional health, brain synchronization provides a multifaceted toolbox. By remaining attuned to your mental state and making purposeful moves to involve both hemispheres, you unlock the boundless potential of your mind, setting the stage for individual growth and a richer life. One of the most profound benefits of brain synchronization is the potential to free ourselves from the constraints of habitual patterns. Many people are trapped in repetitive behaviors and thoughts that limit creativity and personal development. This repetition of patterns often leads to not fully using our brain's potential. However, realizing the power of brain synchronization equips us to break away from such cycles. When we continually activate the same neural pathways, we effectively limit our cognitive flexibility. The brain gets used to these familiar tracks, and we miss out on exploring different perspectives and solutions. By consciously deciding to involve both brain hemispheres in a synchronized fashion, we disrupt these habitual patterns. Shaking up the status quo aids personal transformation and opens up new ways of thinking, problem-solving, and decision-making. The notion that we use only 10% of our brains is now outdated. We are capable of employing the entire capacity of our brains, but doing so demands conscious effort and the readiness to break away from ingrained patterns. Embracing brain synchronization, harnessing the combined power of both hemispheres, and approaching life holistically pave a route to accessing our complete potential. Awakening the full power of our minds is essential to achieving balance, efficacy, and satisfaction in our lives. In conclusion, the myth that we only use 10% of our brains has been debunked. We have the capacity to leverage our entire brain, yet it requires a conscious effort and a readiness to break from established patterns. Brain synchronization, involving the combined work of both hemispheres and endorsing a comprehensive approach, offers a path to unlock our full resources. Awakening the power of our minds is vital for reaching harmony, effectiveness, and contentment in our lives. Engaging both hemispheres and enhancing holistic thinking through brain synchronization opens up a pathway to our full capabilities. Waking up to the strength of our mind is the key to achieving a balanced, efficient, and fulfilling life. If you enjoyed this video, I welcome you to click on the video you can see on the screen now to keep awakening different parts of yourself. Thank you for watching.